Hi, I'm Amy from She Cooks, She Eats, and this week I'm going to teach you how to melt chocolate. Melting chocolate is a really basic skill, I know this, but even some of the best cooks and bakers I know have trouble doing it. The problem for this is because chocolate, when you try and melt it, so frequently seizes. Seizing is when that lovely smooth melted chocolate suddenly forms big clumps. You get big hard clumps and then a kind of a watery discharge as well. It's disgusting. It looks like something you scoop up from the bottom of a pond, and it certainly does not make nice ingredients for cakes. But chocolate tends to seize for two reasons. One, it gets water in it, and two, it burns. The reason water makes chocolate seize is that because actually chocolate as you have it, even when it's melted, has very little water in it. The making of the chocolate, the process, squeezes all the water out, so you end up with a dry ingredient. When you put that water back in, it's kind of similar to adding water to flour. It just becomes a paste. Therefore, when you're melting chocolate, you need to make sure that no water goes anywhere near it and that it doesn't get too hot. The traditional method for melting chocolate is to put it in a heat-proof bowl and then put that bowl on top of a barely simmering saucepan of water. The problem with this is that it's very easy for steam to get into the chocolate and make it seize. Therefore, I prefer to actually melt my chocolate in a microwave. I have here 50 grams of dark chocolate buttons. Now, if you melt in a microwave, you have the danger of burning the chocolate and making it seize that way. So you have to do it very specifically. So, chocolate in the microwave. I've got mine on high, you can have it on like a medium or low heat if you want. And count 20 seconds. The reason you do 20 seconds at first is because it will be obviously, room temperature, so it can have a little bit of a burst first of all, burst of heat, and you don't have to worry so much about it scorching. And a few seconds more. Okay, that should be fine. So open your microwave and check out your chocolate buttons. You can hear these haven't even begun to melt, but give them a shake, back in. 10 seconds this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take them out. Give them a shake, still not melting, back in, 10 seconds again. Doing this at 10 seconds at a time so that the chocolate doesn't get a chance to overheat. You can always catch it just before it starts to melt properly, and therefore you make sure you don't cook it for too long and it won't scorch and it won't seize. Okay, these are really starting to stick to the bottom now, so teaspoon and just poke them basically. Give them a stir, give them a little poke just to check how melted they are. This method, by the way, will work with milk, dark and white chocolate. I'm using dark at the moment because that's what I have in the house. With milk chocolate and white chocolate especially, you do need to watch it a little bit more. You can be a bit slapdash with dark chocolate. There you go, you can see my spoon is just sinking into this at this point. So now I need to pay more attention. But you haven't got to do anything special for different chocolate types. Seriously, just bung it in the microwave, you'll be fine. I am quite slapdash with dark chocolate. I'm sure it won't seize. I imagine it will seize now just to spite me. And there we go. I've only got a few small lumps left now, and because chocolate melts at body temperature, if I just stir these round and round, they will actually melt. I mean, if you can't be bothered to do that, you can just stick it in the microwave for another 10 seconds. Ready chocolate. It tastes good too. If you do want to go for a more traditional route and use the oven-proof dish over barely simmering water, just remember that the water should not touch the pan. Try and make sure that no steam is escaping from the pan so it can't get in the chocolate, and stir it constantly because again, even though you are only gently heating with steam, there's every chance it will get too hot and seize. Hope you found that useful. See you next time. Bye!